What I've seen is that over the course of time, as they enter into what we provide for them here, you can see that it's pulling something deeper out of them, like this potential. And I think the key ingredient, and at least from my perspective, growing up in the trades as well and learning that, I don't want to force it on the guys. It's definitely part of our mission and vision, and part of how we unpack things around here is that co-creative act with God is something that's very powerful. So if you can unlock that in these men, they become more alive. And isn't that what God wants of every single one of his sons and daughters? But specifically for these men here, to allow an environment for them to tap into that, to experiment with that, to unpack that, to grow that, not only in themselves but with other men. It's amazing. In the way we present trades here and the way we teach them, it's perfect for them to experience that. So they can plant themselves here and they can say, oh yeah, wow, I did have a calling. It wasn't a choice. It wasn't a human choice, though it is. There's something deeper in them that God is calling them to and out of. And so they can grow and they can produce that fruit, so to speak, here. But it's beautiful to see the guys begin to make connections with things. Co-creative act with God. It's like, bing, wow. That just made that weld a heck of a lot more fun. Because before it didn't exist, and now it did, but I applied everything that I learned to that weld, and I created something that is very unique. That's my weld. It's not your weld. It's not your weld or mine. That's in fact, that's my weld. Didn't exist before, but now it did. And with God's help and that creative power, and it's just a weld, but it's amazing. It's that's my weld. And then, you can take that to something bigger too. I mean, we can apply it to all kinds. The humanities curriculum that helps unpack all that as well too, right? So there's that intellectual co-creative act with God, but then the physical. And I love the physical, right? I love the physical. When you build something, like we build, they're over there in the back. We still have a couple, 175-pound wood stoves. Here's a pile of steel, guys, and here's a drawing. Make that out of that with this and this. And they did. And it's like they gave birth to something. Just unpacking that co-creative act, that co-creative power with God, it means something. It means something. And every single part of the trades has that. And to me, that's the impetus, that's the foundation for Harmel Academy of the Trades, at least from my perspective, as the welding instructor. And spiritual chaplain. And their spiritual chaplain as well too, absolutely. That I always had to tell myself, that comes first. That comes first. Their souls come first, welding and metal fab can come second.